Pika, Pika, Pikachu. I still know the entire song. Do you remember when Pikachu was a Tamagotchi?
Yes.
And
I do.
Shake him up, Pika, and you put him to sleep, make him ride.
Welcome back to the show. I'm John.
I'm Brittany.
And this is
Random Rewind. Happy day after Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day just happened.
Yes, this was yesterday, which was also my mother-in-law's birthday.
Oh.
And she's here.
Oh.
She's
so you
here.
had Valentine/birthday celebration.
Yes.
People,
we had birthday celebration.
I know people who have their birthday on Valentine's Day and they love it. I feel like if there's a holiday to have your birthday on, it's Valentine's Day.
I suppose so, because there's nothing else that's going to really interfere with it. It's not like you're buying a whole lot of gift for everybody. It's usually like one little gift for somebody. Like
and you always have a theme. Like it's always
that's true.
love.
Yeah, she, I think, is tired of the hearts.
She's over it.
Oh yeah, so we switched over from hearts to flamingos years ago because she loves flamingos.
And they're pink, so it
and
works.
They're pink, so it kind of goes hand in hand.
Flamingos are fun. I get that. I thought your hat was that was
the marble
marbles.
Logo. I know. I think that's the whole intention from 686.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're wearing a marble hat? Yeah. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's kind of shady. Yeah. Chauncey bought me a bunch of hats for Christmas from 686 because she's tired of me wearing the same old hats.
Yeah, she's like,
they get all
switch
sweaty.
It up a little bit.
Get some fucking new hats because they get all, because I work in my hats.
Yeah.
So I get all.
Oh, no, I know.
They get the ring right there.
Yes, I know all about sweaty hats.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I have a fuck ton of hats. So she's like, no, you get some fresh hats. I'm like, okay, cool.
Speaking of new, did you get anything for Valentine's Day?
I got a piece of birthday cake.
Yay, birthday cake.
For my mother-in-law. Yes,
that's
no,
fine.
I didn't get anything.
You didn't get anything like...
Liam and I, Liam got their student body or the ASB or whatever, got all the kids carnations.
Oh, fun.
And then so he walked out with a carnation. He was like super happy to get this carnation, right? And he's like, why don't we go get mom some flowers for Valentine's? I was thinking the same thing. We were gonna head over to the store.
The flower person?
We just went to Trader Joe's. Has a whole
they have a lot.
They had a huge canopy out there, just fucking.
They knew too.
Oh yeah, they're so good with it. With pumpkins and with the little fake Christmas trees, the little rosemary Christmas trees every year.
They're on trend with holidays.
They really are.
They know what's up.
And they had like multiple selections.
And their
of
flowers are gorgeous. Yeah. They have gorgeous flowers.
And you got like 24 tulips and then another bunch of like pretty flowers that Liam picked out.
Aww.
They're pretty inexpensive compared to the grocery store.
Oh no, they're really good price.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, this is fucking dope.
I got tulips.
You got tulips?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. In a pot. I prefer my plants potted.
Yeah.
Because they last longer.
Yeah.
I like it.
I forgot how much our big cat loves flowers.
All in it.
Yeah. Oh, like trying to climb into the little vase. I'm like, stop, dude! You're gonna freaking shatter the crystal. Prick.
So Chauncey got flowers, and then you had cake celebration.
Cake celebration. My mother-in-law got her little gift, but Chauncey bought her. And then we're throwing her because she's turning 70, or she just turned 70.
Oh, wow.
So we're throwing her a 70th birthday party this Saturday.
Oh, fun. Here?
Yeah, here.
With all her friends?
Well, she's got a few friends and we got some family coming
Because she's from here, so people are just coming in? Or?
Well, most of the people that live here have moved.
Oh.
Like they live up north or
so it's harder.
Back east. So it's hard to get a lot of them. So we have one of her friends flew down with her from Washington. So he's going to come. And then we have another family friend that's coming from, I think they're coming from Las Vegas.
Is it a surprise party?
No, she knows.
Ruined.
No, she knows about it. She knows about it.
It's over
And then we
now.
invited a bunch of like her cousins.
Yeah,
Chauncey's
so
cousins.
it's like, it'll be fun.
So it'll be family,
Yay.
whatever. So it'll be fun. It'll be nice.
Fun to host a party.
Yeah.
It was good. Okay, so you said Liam got a flower.
Yes.
My oldest is also in 7th grade.
Yes.
Did he bring Valentine's for the class?
He did not.
What the heck?
Yeah, he didn't bring Valentine's for the class because no one else was. Somebody brought him Valentine only because she couldn't.
Oh, specifically?
Well, no. This girl got a Valentine from her mom.
Okay.
But from another family member, but happened to be chocolate. And I guess she can't eat this kind of chocolate because she's allergic to everything, right? It wasn't from her mom. It's from another family member. So she gave it to Liam. Liam doesn't eat chocolate. So he gave it to his friend.
Who eats chocolate.
Okay. So she appreciated it.
She liked it.
She liked it.
Okay, there wasn't any more to it.
There's no more to it.
We did Valentine's and
I
did the whole class. I did the whole class for my 1st grader and my 7th grader. And
but your classes are still small.
Nope, only 2 people did it.
No, but I'm saying your classes are still
Oh,
small.
I did it for the whole 7th grade. It's smaller, yeah. I guess
but how many
how
kids?
you would have
how many
to do
kids
it.
for the whole 7th grade?
It's probably like 60.
Right.
Because there's 2 classes.
Not 700.
Exactly. So
Okay.
but I was thinking that because you would have to do it like just homeroom specifically.
Yeah.
In that sort of scenario, because when you do go from class to class, you're different people in the class.
Yeah, they have teams, but there's still 160 kids in the team.
In the team, yeah. So you have that's a lot.
And he doesn't have classes with all 160 students because they rotate through every day.
It, yeah.
So he's only got classes with like say like 50 or 60 of them, but there's no way to tell.
I miss it. It's sad. There's nothing more fun than like Valentine's Day at school when you go through and you get all the cards.
Next year he wants to get a bunch of flowers and give them to all of his friends.
That's smart. That's a good idea.
Okay, well we'll get a couple dozen flowers and you can hand them to all your friends.
Whoever you want to.
Boys, girls, whatever.
And people would be excited. Like people
are happy to get anything.
Because I thought that too. I was like, oh, I wonder if she's gonna get like not made fun of, but if people are gonna like give her a hard time for. I'm like, I guarantee you, no one's gonna complain when they have that Reese's in their hand.
No,
they're gonna say thank you, happy Valentine's Day.
It could be a fucking chiclet, and people would be happy.
It's like anytime,
it's a matter of getting
school.
something. Yeah, you're getting something.
You get a
from somebody.
present.
Absolutely.
So I was
it could be a cheap dum dum, and people would be fucking happy, dude.
The cool thing about her, she just doesn't care. Like, so it's Spirit Week. Monday was like dressed like a fool, pretty much like mismatch day.
Sure.
The only one in the whole middle school who dressed up.
Yeah.
And she rocked it the whole day.
Yeah.
I would have been in that bathroom so quick. I'd been
change?
like, to change. Oh, absolutely.
Why?
Because I'm a little baby and I don't have much confidence as she does.
Oh.
She went through the whole day like
the lack
mismatched.
of fucks given. Yeah, Liam,
She didn't care.
he'll wear socks that are mismatched all the time. He doesn't care. As long as they feel comfortable.
And that's the thing too, is they don't, I think the difference though of like, we're getting off topic, but kids aren't as mean as they used to be. Like when I was growing up, it's like people would point out anything to like get at you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
Like, there's a stain on your shirt.
Oh, I know. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like little things.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen as much anymore.
No.
And it's because they're learning because they grow.
I don't think it's like the we're learning and we grow. It's the kids are learning. I guess they are learning. They're learning to care less about the menial thing, the things that don't fucking matter.
Exactly. Like the things that society has said.
My shirt's
that,
inside out? Oh, well.
That's what I mean. Like, and it's Liam, not a big deal.
Liam had his shirt inside out when he put it on, and I didn't realize it because
it looked fine.
The print showed through, right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize the seams were on the outside. Otherwise, I would have called it out for him.
Like, that's how it is.
He's like, somebody told me about halfway into the day. I'm like, you didn't change it? He's like, I don't care.
That's the secret, is not caring.
Like, yeah. It's like I don't care. But about the little shit.
It's the little, but it's like when somebody would point out little things on me, I used to get so like self-conscious about it.
I was super self-conscious.
I would think about it all the time.
All day.
All day.
Yeah, and that would be stuck in my head like, oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot.
I can't believe I did that. Oh my gosh, they said something. Oh, they said something. They did this, they did that.
Super self-conscious growing up.
How insecure are you? If you're here, you're old, and you're insecure. Because the next generation has it better. Yeah. They're doing it better.
They are doing it better. Like they always say that Gen X has it freaking down right because they don't have any fucks to give. I don't have fucks to give about a lot of things. But I did have that whole bit of insecurity.
We didn't grow up with no fucks.
Exactly.
We did not grow up no fucks.
I mean, and I can't say I don't have no fucks because somebody gives my kid a hard time. I care a whole lot.
My bag of fucks is like really
massive.
big.
But when it comes to somebody else like laughing at me if I'm dancing and rocking out of my car, I'll be like, yeah, dude, I fucking continue rocking out.
But that's a good point there, because me personally, it's like whatever, you can say whatever you want about me. If you say something about my child, like it's a whole different story.
You say something about my child or my wife.
Oh, it's a whole different level of like.
But about my kid, I'm gonna be a petty bitch about it. About my wife, I might throw fucking blows.
You're like, I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah, I may fucking punch a dude.
Like, you know what Gen X learns?
Yeah, exactly.
We learned to take out
our aggressions with freaking fist throws.
Oh, social emotional learning? I don't think so. We got fists.
Yeah.
Now they learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Handle conflict.
Sue you. Okay.
Speaking of love.
Yeah, speaking of love.
Romantic comedies, because Valentine's is adorable. You can hate on it all you want to. It's fun. I get it. It's made up. But love is cute.
Yeah, it's absolutely a fucking Hallmark holiday,
absolutely.
Right? 100%. But it also gives you an opportunity to remember those that you love.
I like holidays. I don't care if it's made up or not.
I mean, they don't bug me, honestly. I hate the commercialization of a lot of them, the amount of effort that people put out for. No,
it's the stress of thinking that you have to like hit a certain, or like,
that's what I mean.
That pressure.
That's what I mean.
Like,
oh shit, I have to buy something. No, You can buy something that's really inexpensive and it still means something.
And that's caring.
Like something like I was talking about earlier, flowers, right?
Yeah.
Like we don't do jewelry. We haven't done jewelry for a long time because it's just extravagant. That's something that's, it's a thing that's not very, I don't know. There's no real emotion attached to it other than, you know, a wedding ring or something. And even then, I think those are a little far-fetched. Like I hear people, you know, spending $50,000-$60,000 on a fucking engagement ring.
I would never wear it. If I lost it, could you imagine?
Yeah, like when we go places, like Chauncey will put on, the very first engagement ring I bought her is what I could afford.
Yeah.
And it was a $1,200 ring that I had to pull a loan out against. You know what I mean? And that's all I could afford. And later on in life, when we were more well off, we bought her something that's a lot nicer. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about price or anything, but when we go places like on vacation, even when we go to Seattle, she'll swap it out for the less expensive one. That way, there's no chance of it getting stolen.
Like sometimes I would take. I'm not wearing mine now because it's too big. But my fingers are really small. I have a size 4, so
holy shit, dude!
And my engagement ring is a 4.5, and it's too big.
Oh,
and
so it'll come loose.
It comes loose. I have cord wrapped around it and like glued, but it's still too big.
So if you take it to a jeweler, they'll put this little bead.
They will bead it, but I have not yet.
Yeah. Or you can have it taken in.
I would take the bead. I would take the bead.
It's cheaper to put the bead in because that way, if you ever like eat something super salty, and you know how your hands swell, it won't. You can still wear it.
Or when it's warm or cold, like, and obviously like cold, you get shrink. Warm, it gets expands.
Right.
But I'll take it off to wash my hands or whatever. To think of, and to me, price doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if I had something, would you say $50,000 on my hand, like? I don't think I could think of anything else. I would be like, okay.
No, you'd forget after a while is the problem.
That one might be the issue too.
And then it slips off or falls off,
and
or somebody,
slips, and with it being
or
too
you
small,
get fucking taken. Somebody follows you and says, "Give me all your shit," and now you get fucking jacked for 50 grand.
That's another thing, like getting robbed.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Dang,
actually,
romance is scary.
Jewelry is scary. That's why I wear a shitty Apple Watch because if it gets stolen, I don't even care.
My ears are actually no. I have my belly button ring in because I have never taken it out. And that's the only jewelry that I have on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not a big jeweler. I had my tongue pierced for a long time, too.
Yeah, I did, too.
And then it broke my teeth, and I had to take... I was, like, 32
when I took out. Did you have a long fucking bar? Yeah, it was about 30, 32, 33 when I pulled mine out.
I didn't have the long bar. I had a little bar.
You had a short bar? How'd you break your fucking teeth? I had to stick my tongue out to get it around the bar.
I don't know. The bottom part...
How big was yours?
It was small, but the bottom...
No, the gauge.
Just regular. I didn't stretch it.
Okay, no. I had like a... I think it was a 10 gauge at the time.
I would not stretch.
You know the like if you pulled apart a pen.
Yeah.
The tube inside, I used to be able to shove that through my tongue.
I wonder if I still could get.
I tried to. The last time I was able to was probably about 6 years ago, and then it sealed up.
And
it grew back.
It did seal.
I think it's still there. If I try to put something narrow through, I think it'll still go through. But I don't think I can get anything.
I wouldn't recommend piercing your tongue. Like getting it pierced.
It didn't hurt.
I couldn't eat for like 3 days though because I did swell.
I could. My tongue swelled too. What I did wrong when I got my tongue pierced is I went drinking that night.
Oh.
It went straight to my bloodstream.
Yeah.
I was holding a beer bong for somebody. Holding a beer bong.
And you fell over?
I did. I fucking passed out from the 2 shots I just fucking took. It was fucking nuts. I fell right into the bushes.
I want to be an artist because I want to recreate this right now. I just imagine.
It was a good.
Were you holding it like they were going, like they're chugging like a beer bong?
Yes.
So you're holding it like this. They're drinking.
They're drinking, and I was out. I blacked out, and I had
like,
never blacked out from drinking before or since.
That was the.
That was it. Yeah.
It's it's because your tongue.
Romantic
comedies.
Romantic comedies.
Romantic comedies. They're fun. They're romantic, and they're funny. Right?
Yes, most of them are.
I said fun and funny, but I don't care.
Fun and funny, yeah. But I think that
those are two
separate things.
Yeah.
Because it can be funny and a boring movie.
That's true.
There are movies that have funny bits and pieces.
But the story is not fun.
Correct.
So I pulled up the top 10 best classic romantic comedies of all time.
Oh shit. Okay. So some of these are going to be old and not so great. So let's go.
We don't know that yet because I haven't looked at it.
I'm already freaking judging the list.
Already judging the list.
Yeah.
This is from Harper's Bazaar.
Okay.
Number 10. I didn't even think of this as a romantic comedy. Clueless.
Clueless. A romantic comedy? I mean, there's the little bit of dating in there, but it's not really.
like,
but it's not really a romantic comedy,
the
dude.
love is in there because obviously Cher is looking for love to an extent, like, but she's not.
But that's not the main.
But she's barely doing that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's not the main focus on the story.
it's not. No, it's a side story where she falls in love with her stepbrother. Like, it's not prevalent in the story. Weird. That's weird to me.
I'm gonna go.
I like Clueless though.
I do. I think
movie.
Clueless is a great movie, but I wouldn't characterize it as a rom-com. It'd be more of just a regular comedy.
That it would just
or a dramedy.
Or like teen
drama.
It's a teen movie.
It is.
I don't think romantic though. Obviously she falls in love, but like barely. Like she wasn't. I mean, yeah, she is though because she's trying to find the one guy turns. He's gay, and then she's trying to hook up her one friend, but then he likes her.
My favorite line from that fucking movie.
Oh my god, I'm so excited! I wonder if it's the same one.
It's when they're gonna go out on that date, and the dad walks in. Says, "I have got a shotgun. Just remember, I've got a shotgun and a shovel in my trunk."
That's so funny. I remember that. I got a shotgun and a shovel.
I got a shotgun and a shovel in my trunk.
My favorite line is also a dad line.
Oh, okay, go for it.
So this dad is iconic.
Dad's funny. I think the dad's great.
Literally
He's a
iconic.
great character.
When she's at the party in the valley. And he's like, you need to be home in 20 minutes. Everything in LA takes 20 minutes. So no matter where you are in LA, 20 minutes you'll be there. Because she's in Beverly Hills, the party's in the valley. And that was the 90s because you can't get anywhere in LA in 20 minutes.
You can. So like say you lived in Burbank, everything is 20 minutes outside of Burbank other than where we live.
But I don't
Ours
feel
is
like
about 40 minutes.
I guess we're in LA County, but I don't see it as like LA. Like when he's saying everything in LA, it's like, I think that strip of like.
Yeah. Like if you're in Burbank, you can get to West Hollywood in 20 minutes.
Everything in LA takes 20 minutes. That's the line.
Yeah.
The dad's iconic.
No, the dad's a good character.
I never thought about that.
The dad's a good character.
Paul Rudd's in it too?
Paul Rudd is in it.
And Paul Rudd looks the same.
Yeah, I know. It's like he never fucking aged.
Vampire Paul Rudd over here. It's like, oh yeah, I'm in Clueless. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing that. Like, did you see him at the Super Bowl? He looked exactly the same.
I know.
Like,
it's just Paul Rudd.
What's your secret, Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd. And what's the female actress that he always plays with in comedies?
Leslie Mann.
Yeah, she hasn't aged much either.
She's like, because she hangs out with Paul Rudd and it just comes off onto her.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we good for number 9?
Let's go to number 9.
Number 9. Also, never thought of this as a romantic comedy.
Fire away.
Bridesmaids.
Romantic that's just a straight up comedy.
But she doesn't fall in love, does she?
No.
The main girl?
No, a romantic comedy, meaning the fact that there's a marriage that happens to it.
There is a marriage,
That's not the real
kind of.
focus. The focus is on the bridesmaids.
Literally, the first time I watched Bridesmaids, I had it, like, I didn't like it because I don't like movies where just bad after bad after bad after bad keeps happening.
Okay.
And I understand that the bad has to happen for
there
to be good. I get it.
No, I don't call that a romantic
But when you're
comedy.
watching it, you're like, another thing happened to her? Like, another thing happened to her?
Lemony Snicket and the freaking series of unfortunate events.
It's just constant. Like, another thing happens, another thing happens. It's like, but does she
No, that's a comedy.
Does she fall in love?
No, that's a comedy. I'm sorry. That's wholeheartedly a comedy. It's a great movie. I think it's funny.
That's what I mean, but I don't think
comedy.
romantic. But it is a wedding. It's a bridesmaids
okay,
for a
Harper's
wedding.
Bazaar, you're 0 for 2 so far. Let's go.
Good movies.
No, they're excellent. They're great comedies, but they're not a rom-com. Yeah, I'm thinking like Can't Hardly Wait. You know what I mean?
Yes, like where the whole thing is about romance.
Yes, Can't Buy Me Love.
Okay, then let's go to number 8 and we'll see what happens. Okay. We'll see what's on here. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, that's a romantic comedy.
So we're into romantic comedy.
Finally, crying out loud.
Oh, Heath Ledger.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie.
It's about love.
It is.
So it's like that's the whole.
Well, there is a love story.
There is. And I can even see the Clueless one maybe, but Bridesmaids is really throwing me off.
No, I don't even think Clueless is a love story in any which way, shape, or sense.
Right? Yeah. Like, what's the definition of romantic comedy? Is it with like? The whole point is romance.
There's like literally a fucking like a layout for romantic comedies. It's like guy meets girl, one of the two has some kind of aggression towards each other. They end up falling in love over some random freaking tidbit. They end up breaking apart because somebody lied about something, and then they end up getting back together at the fucking end. It's every romantic comedy.
It's always some like miscommunication.
It's always nobody talking.
For some reason, like she didn't show up on time, but she didn't show up on time because her best friend went into labor, and he's like, "Well, I don't love you anymore."
They never say it. No one ever comes out and says, "Oh my God, I had such a traumatic experience."
It was cell phones. Like, hey, my friend's in labor. I won't make it. Love you though.
But it's like it's that series of events almost every single time.
Almost every
But
time.
I'll still watch it.
Of course.
Because
Hallmark has a whole channel of just the same movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Over and over with different
and over
layouts.
again. Yeah, exactly.
It's Christmas. It's Halloween.
No, 10 Things I Hate About You is absolutely a fucking rom-com. And it falls up there in the top list, for sure.
I didn't know 10 Things I Hate About You was a version of Shakespeare Taming of the Shrew.
I don't even know what Taming of the Shrew is, so I've never even.
But I didn't know I didn't know that it was an interpretation of Shakespeare.
Oh, interesting.
Fun fact.
Good to
Thanks,
know.
Harvard.
Yeah.
If it's true, I don't even know.
Number 7.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, for sure. Is it a comedy though?
I
thought it was just a romance story. Is it funny? That's with Tom Hanks, right?
No. Is it with Tom Hanks? I mean, I'm getting Sleepless in Seattle and You Got Mail mixed up.
You Got Mail and Sleepless in Seattle. I swear.
But is You Got Mail Tom Hanks is in Sleepless in Seattle?
I think so.
But You Got Mail's different.
But
is that also Tom Hanks?
It's technically the same story.
And Meg Ryan's in one, I think.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on, IMDb.
Now I'm getting my romantic comedies mixed up.
Yeah, Meg Ryan is in one of them.
No, she's in Sleepless in Seattle. Annie, Meg Ryan.
Okay.
Do you like it because it's in Seattle?
Do I like it because it's in Seattle? The story's okay. It's not like I wouldn't call it one of my top.
This is the movie that like the top of the Empire State Building comes into play.
Yeah,
I don't know why they think it's so romantic.
So You've Got Mail is Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Really?
In Seattle.
That's in Seattle, right? Okay, that's why I'm getting them mixed up. Very similar things.
Yes.
Okay, number 6.
Yes.
500 Days of Summer. Did you see that?
Yes, but I don't remember it.
I don't remember comedy happening.
No, I remember it being a drama.
I remember the heartbreak.
Yeah.
Heartache and like
in the beginning,
it being a drama
because I didn't. It wasn't one of those films that were like, oh yeah, this is a great fucking movie.
No,
because it was maybe more of like a romantic drama.
I felt sad after watching it. I remember it wasn't like usually when you watch a romantic comedy, you're like, oh, that's me, and I want this to happen in my life, and like I didn't get that vibe from 500 Days of Summer. I felt bad for him.
Right.
Like I think he was pining for her the whole time, and then she was just like, nah. But maybe I was in the wrong state of mind when I watched it. I've only seen it one time, so I can't like.
That'd be almost kind of like calling freaking Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind a romantic comedy,
right? Like it's kind of the same.
It's a tragedy.
It's tragic.
It's a tragedy. It's a romantic. It's more of a romantic tragedy.
Comedy is tragedy. They say this.
Comedy and tragedy go hand in hand, but that's not necessarily a tragedy. Is not a comedy unless you can make fun of people that are having a tragic experience.
We should just watch.
Then you just have some moral issues.
We should just watch the movie and then make fun of everything that's happening, and then we turn it into a comedy. We take a romantic tragedy.
It's the Brittany and John's version of a fucking comedic rendition. Yeah, let's go. What's next? That was fucking terrible.
There's Something About Mary.
It's funny.
It's a romantic comedy because the whole point of the movie is for her to get married. Yes. So it's yes, and it absolutely deserves to be on this list.
The only scene I can recall from the whole movie is the fucking jizz scene in the hair.
That's the main one.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you got some hair gel on your hair.
Yeah, exactly.
And me seeing as a kid, I'm like, what? That's weird gel. Like, it works really good.
Yeah, I knew what it was.
then you learn what it is.
Yeah, but I was also 10 years old.
Really? That's the one thing you remember? Because what I remember is the zipper.
Oh my God. Yes, holy crap.
And I don't even have that sort of anatomy for that to happen. And I couldn't imagine.
I can honestly tell you that has never even come close.
It wouldn't even
I don't even know how that would even occur.
It wouldn't go all the way around.
No, of course not.
But
you fucking hit and grab and
Ouch, poor Ben Stiller.
Yeah, oh fuck.
Poor Ben Stiller.
That was the height of his career.
And really Cameron Diaz in it, fantastic. That was like the beginning of her career.
It was pretty close to the beginning of her career.
Really good. And that super
it was like
cat
right around
lady.
the same time as like Charlie's Angels and everything else.
I think. Well, no, it was about 10 years before Charlie's Angels.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was like one of her first things.
Wow.
Because I remember seeing Charlie's Angels like when I was older. Because like I was in high school, I think when that came out. So this would have been younger when I didn't know what the hair gel.
The special gel.
The special gel.
Yeah.
Great movie. My mom loves this movie. Shout out to my mom who watches. I got one for sure viewer.
We have a couple of for sure viewers.
I love all you guys.
A few of our friends from the Minecraft server watch regularly.
Hey.
What's up, man?
What's up? Okay, I've never seen number 4.
What's up, Lucas?
Let's see if you've seen it. Notting Hill.
Yes. Yes, I've seen Notting Hill.
It says this is a British fairy tale about a humble bookshop owner, Hugh Grant. Of course, Hugh Grant's in it. Julia Roberts. I know this movie, but I haven't seen this movie.
I wouldn't call it a comedy.
No?
No. It's not funny.
It's not funny at all?
No. When have you known Hugh Grant to be funny?
Never. Well, maybe in Wonka.
Oh, the only time I've ever known Julia Roberts to be funny is in like Ocean's 13.
Don't even get me started on Ocean's 12 when Julia Roberts plays Julia Roberts. That is the most cringy thing. I will fight that till the end of my day.
But that was the only time
she had that part.
That's the only movie she had funny lines in.
She's
not a comedic person.
She's not very comedic. No, you're right. No. I like Julia Roberts. I'm not knocking Julia Roberts.
No. Julia Roberts is an excellent actress. She still is to this very fucking day.
I'm just knocking the fact that
she's not a comedian.
But then the fact that she played an actor like that Julia Roberts existed in the Ocean's 12 universe.
Yes.
For that to it threw me out of the movie. It really
didn't throw me out of the movie. It was just really poorly executed, in my opinion. Out. Yeah, no, I like the movies. I love all the. I love all the Ocean's movies, but that bit that they played there. Come on.
I don't know what it was. It like cringy to me.
No, it was cringy.
And the whole movie.
So what is? Can you show us Julia Roberts then? Because I'm thrown for a fucking loop. Because no one can be Julia Roberts more than Julia Roberts can be Julia Roberts.
Like so, you're
How many times did we say Julia Roberts in this? Pause and write that down in the description down below, in the comment section below.
4. No, I'm just kidding. I'm guessing.
4.
It was more than 4.
Wrong.
It's more than that. I promise. Julia Roberts. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I can't add those two.
But yeah, you're right. She's not very comic. No, she's not a comedic actress. She's great, but she's also like the romantic comedy person because she's like I don't know. I feel like Erin Brockovich she kind of brought
She brought wit.
Humor.
She brought
there you go.
Wit to Erin Brockovich. She brought sass to Erin Brockovich. Erin Brockovich was an excellent fucking movie. She played that role
really
well. I don't think anybody else could have done a better fucking job.
Except for the other Julia Roberts that exists in the Ocean's 12
universe. Yes, yeah.
Oh, sorry. What's her name? Tess? Tess could have done great.
Tess would have done a great job.
She would have been fantastic.
Yeah, she could have played pregnant Julia Roberts.
There you go.
Yes, exactly.
That threw me out. Sorry. Not romantic, but weird. Hi, Julia Roberts. Shout out.
Yeah, I don't think Notting Hill was not a romantic comedy. Sorry.
Number 3, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, great movie.
Great movie. Matthew McConaughey. Love her. What's her name? Why can't I think of it? Kate Hudson. Fantastic movie. No,
but also, once again, poor communication.
The
whole time.
But
the whole fucking time.
That's
Great
what's so
fucking
cool.
movie.
What's so cool about it is how they do set up the initial plot with the women hearing that. I don't remember who heard from who, but they set up the bet, right? Oh, you can make a guy. Oh, you can't make any girl fall in love with you.
Well, both of them had the bets between their friends.
Exactly,
right?
but it was those 2 girls heard it at one end and then made it. So they were like, "Oh, well, you hit her because there's no way."
Correct.
Because she's writing that article about how to lose a guy, and now he has to make her fall. But whatever.
Yeah.
Fun times. No,
it was a good movie.
Right? It was a good time.
Also, very much so a romantic comedy.
100%.
Yeah,
a romantic comedy.
You know what's also not on this list? There's a few movies on
this list.
We're
only on number 3. There might be 2 more.
Let's go.
We don't know.
Let's go. What's number 2?
The best part of this movie, though,
was
when they sing. They have that little musical sing off of "You're So Vain" at the end.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I like music.
I know you do.
Okay, number 2.
Yes.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Not funny to me.
Did I see this? I saw this. Did I see this?
I saw it. It wasn't funny.
I don't think I saw this.
I think it's funny-ish.
Hugh Grant's in it, so...
Also not funny. Sorry, Hugh Grant is an excellent actor. Once again, I'm not knocking Hugh Grant. He's a wonderful actress. He's just not a funny guy. I'm sure he's got...
What do you call him?
He's got British freaking humor is... In some cases, it's like calling...
It's dry.
It's like calling Snatch a fucking comedy. Yes, there's a shit ton of British humor in that. I don't call that a comedy. It's an action film. It's a drama action film.
I just picture Hugh Grant totally taking on Joe Pesci and being like, "Who you calling funny, huh? Funny like I'm a clown? Like I amuse you?" But it's the opposite because he's like, "What? I don't amuse you? I'm not a clown.
Yeah.
You don't think I'm funny?"
Yeah.
Is he a funny Oompa Loompa? I haven't seen the new Wonka yet, but
maybe he is. Maybe they wrote him some good lines.
He's probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't remember that movie
one.
very well.
I've never seen it.
I just don't recall it being funny.
4 Weddings, that's a lot of work. All right, number 1.
Let's go.
Number 1 is When Harry Met Sally.
Sure.
Okay. What do you think? What's your top one?
What do you mean?
Like, what's your number one romantic comedy? Like, what do you think embeds romantic comedy?
Well, I think like movies like Can't Buy Me Love. Not even the original, like the latest rendition of it.
Like
you know
the
what I mean?
newest one.
Yeah, that's probably in the early 2000s. It was like a 2000s film called Can't Buy Me Love. Great fucking film. Awesome fucking storyline. It follows the original one fucking very, very well. And it's funny. And it has like a lot of relatable aspects to it, right?
Okay. Well, when you were saying that, I was thinking about something else. Did you ever see like Valentine's Day?
Like the horror film?
No, like the movie called Valentine's Day.
No.
And it has like Taylor Swift in it and Ashton Kutcher.
No.
Okay, what's another movie that they do that? I think there's one about New Year's Eve when they take a bunch of like celebrities and have these like they have one movie but they all have like little side subplots to them.
Sure.
I'm trying to think of another example of like a famous movie like that where it's just a bunch of side stories. And anyway, that's what Valentine's Day is. It's a bunch of like side plots to everybody else, and then somehow at the end it all comes together and you know, I have a good time.
Sure.
Fun for me. Like I know a lot of people don't like them, but it's still fun. Like it's fun to watch.
Yeah. I like other movies like Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, that's a great movie.
It's a fun film.
That is a romantic.
It's absolutely a romantic comedy.
Even though she's never looking for love.
No, but her and
engaged.
Matthew McConaughey freaking end up together because of it.
That's not Matthew McConaughey.
It's not?
No.
Who is it?
The guy who plays Jake. I don't know his name, but it's not Matthew McConaughey.
I could have swore it was.
It's not.
Oh.
Look it up.
Yeah, I will.
Gosh, what? I don't know his name, but her first fiance is like super famous too. He's in like everything. But the guy.
Oh, it's Josh Lucas. That's it.
I've never heard of that name.
And the person she's engaged with is Patrick Dempsey.
Patrick Dempsey.
And
That's
Patrick
what it is. He's in
Dempsey
everything.
is young. Patrick Dempsey is who's in Can't Buy Me Love.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's in like a lot of romantic comedies. That's kind of like his shtick.
He is.
That's his thing.
Oh yeah, I don't know why Josh Lucas looked a lot like fucking Jake. I mean, it looks a lot like fucking.
Jake looks like, or he looks like. But it could be Matthew McConaughey.
Sure.
Like he definitely.
I think Matthew McConaughey would have played a better role in that part. But anyway.
Shade.
No, Josh Lucas is a great actor. Sure.
All right, wait, real quick. I pulled up another list. I want to see what their number one is.
Okay. What's your number one?
Oh gosh. My favorite romantic movie altogether is Moulin Rouge, which I also think counts as a comedy because there's lots of like comedy things. You've never seen it, I'm sure.
Sure,
it's a musical.
I've seen it. Yeah. I've also been to the Moulin Rouge.
Oh, have you?
I have.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
So you got to see it, but that was the
after the movie came out.
Find the songs and I watched the songs and like I was in love with
Great
Christian.
Cast.
What the heck is Christian's real name? He's in everything. He's in Star Wars, so you should know.
Sorry, dude.
Gosh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Anyway, I'll think of it later when nobody else is around. I'm also trying to find the number one on this Vanity Fair list, and it's not. Oh, guess what number one is on their list?
What's number one on their list?
When Harry Met Sally.
I guess so.
That's like
it's
the
okay.
one.
That's what's his name.
That came out in 1989?
Yeah, it's an 80s movie.
That's the one in the deli when she has the orgasm or whatever, or pretends.
Yeah, pretends to have an orgasm with
okay.
this.
I've never seen it.
It's okay. I don't know if I'd call it the number one romantic comedy. Maybe it is based off of sales.
They have Clueless as number 3.
I don't know why
I don't get it.
Clueless is not a fucking romantic comedy.
I never I don't
Maybe
know.
it is. Do you guys consider Clueless a romantic comedy? Because I sure as
I think
fuck
we're
don't.
the odd ones out.
Maybe we're the weird ones, dude.
We're the weird ones, and that's okay. It's, you know what? That's just what it is.
Yeah.
What I really want to know is what's your favorite romantic comedy of all time? What's your number one?
Or do you even like romantic comedies?
Probably not. I know Troy doesn't because we never watch them.
No? I'll watch them from time to time. Like if Chauncey puts one on and there's been a couple of them that just came out. I can't remember the name of them for the life of me. But there was a couple of them that just came out we watched, and they were actually entertaining.
And they're fun.
Very fun.
I think it's
fun.
fun, and I think it's a good way to hit all bases.
Yeah, because we watch so much action shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, we can't watch action all. Sometimes you don't feel like action all the fucking time.
I'm not a big action person.
No.
I like the story, and I like the romance, and I like a song. So there's not usually songs in action movies.
Not once.
Or action comedies like 21 Jump Street, like that's different. Like I guess if you add comedy into it, like I would like romance either way, but having a romantic comedy adds that extra element.
Sure.
So comedy action, I also
there's
like
lots of action
two
comedies,
in one.
like the newer Jumanji series, or Travel this, whatever to the center of the earth. That was pretty fucking funny. But the newer Jumanji films are funny.
Are they like?
Have you not seen any of them?
I've never seen the original Jumanji.
Don't worry about watching the original Jumanji.
With Robin Williams.
Yeah, they're not very. To me, they're kind of boring.
Isn't Nick Jonas in the new ones? Maybe I will watch it.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm getting that and Night at the Museum mixed up.
I think Night at the Museum is okay. Ben Stiller's whatever.
It's okay.
Ben Stiller's okay. He had his day.
Ben Stiller has lots of great movies.
He does.
And that wasn't my favorite.
Zoolander.
My favorite Ben Stiller performance is Heavyweights.
Heavyweights?
When he plays Tony when he runs the weight loss camp for kids.
Yeah.
It's great. You could never get away with it now, but fantastic. He's a good actor. So were his parents.
All right.
We love romantic comedies. That was the top 10.
Absolutely.
Do you agree? Do you disagree? I don't know. You let me know.
All right. So now we have some...
We're moving on.
Moving on to some Am I the Asshole?
And
yes, I am always the asshole.
Valentine's based.
Valentine's, this one specifically is rom-com based.
Oh, rom-com.
Yeah.
I'm going to read it because I like to read.
She likes to read.
Okay.
I like to listen.
Am I the asshole for deciding to work over keep on watching a rom-com with my girlfriend? So he decided to work instead of watch a movie.
Okay. Could go either way.
It could go either way. We'll see. So what just happened is that I've been really busy with work lately, and I need to finish a couple of things. When I brought our baby to bed, she asked if we could watch the last 6 minutes of a series we were watching together, which I agreed to doing. Because I know she's been missing me the past week and I've been on a business trip, I've decided to keep on watching another full episode, an hour length. So what I got from that is that they have a kid, they watch stuff together. That's really all I got.
Yeah, that's it. He's watching another.
They
finished one and they ended up watching another.
And they kept going into it.
Okay.
At the end of the episode, I said, all right, now I got to go back to work. To which she refused, telling me we need to keep on watching. However, I'll be home the whole day tomorrow too, and we were about to watch the last 2 episodes. I told her that we could watch them tomorrow, and I even promised her. This ended up in a discussion of her shutting down entirely, going to bed without talking to me, refusing to talk, and telling me that she wouldn't want to watch this anymore with her. So, she doesn't want to watch it with me, he's saying. So, like, she won't watch it anymore together.
Okay.
Her reasoning being, after me asking multiple times that you just can't watch that scene to the end with me, leaving me on a cliffhanger, which we could have done if she would just open her fucking mouth when trying to get me to do something instead of saying, we need to keep watching. So this sounds like a miscommunication.
Well, and that's the other one that's weird. If you've only got a few minutes left of a show, who's walking away from a show at 6 minutes left?
Well, he didn't.
Even if it's shitty.
I think this is what I'm getting. I think they watched the 6 minutes.
Yes.
They continued on to the next episode. He said, that's enough for now. There's 2 more episodes left in the thing. He wanted to he wanted to pause till tomorrow.
She wants to binge
keep
it.
Going
okay.
Because I guess where they left was on a cliffhanger or whatever.
But doesn't every episode leave on a fucking cliffhanger?
Yeah,
that's the whole point. Otherwise, you're not going to watch the next one.
Yeah, that's literally like the whole point of having episodes. So,
okay.
I guess she can't handle, she needs it now, maybe.
She
that's what it is.
She needs to finish it now.
And when I told her that she should just fucking speak to me. He put F-U, but then a bunch of symbols, and I'm assuming that's what it says.
Fucking, yeah.
Speak to me, as I'm not a mind reader, and I'm able to be reasoned with. If there's any reasoning at all. She just told me that she's got a sore throat the whole time, and you know it. I don't know what that means. Obviously, we didn't talk at all while watching the episode because of that. Wait a second, no. We did over the whole episode. I'm so confused.
Poorly written. Keep going.
So it says, anyways, long story short, my girlfriend went nuts and just ran out for a while. I'll get back to work the last 30 minutes and I need to keep working and our baby's asleep and she's going to wake up. Something about that. Honestly, I don't get the problem. Like I guess, and the consensus on here is not the asshole. I think because what is going on is that this isn't about a show. This is about a miscommunication with each other.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So, and not just a miscommunication. I mean, the whole point of like, okay, we're watching a fucking show together. I need to get back to work.
Yeah.
Now, does he actually need to get back to work? That's not really written or displayed in this. If he's making that up, like, is he making up the fact that he needs to go back to work just to get out of watching it? Then he would be the asshole. But since we don't know that, we only have his side of the story. If he does need to get back to work, yeah, you can wait till tomorrow.
That's the thing of like, or because then it becomes a thing of what's more important. But obviously, I think work would be more important than the episode.
Always.
Because you need money to feed your baby.
Or you got a project that's due. That's a requirement. You don't want to get written up or fired.
Yeah, this person said, not the asshole, I suggest that you two talk about what you consider couple time together. You just came back from a business trip, and I'm sure she's feeling neglected. Take a serious look at your work-life balance. If it's leaning heavily towards work, your partner may have a point. She could have handled voicing it much better in a more productive manner. OP replied, yes, I am completely on board with her feeling neglected, and I'd love to spend more time with her. However, I want to get shit done, so I can't quit my shitty 9-to-5 ASAP. So I can spend more time with my family. That's just something I feel like I can't, or she doesn't want me to she can't understand that.
Because he works from home, so it probably feels like he's working all the time, right? That's what it looks like.
Like, that's maybe because it's, and this person said, not the asshole, it's a fucking show! In all caps, all bold. But it doesn't matter. I won't start, I don't know if you and Chauncey are like this, but like, I won't commit to watching a show with Troy, like my partner, unless I know he's gonna also be in it with me, and we could like do an episode or night or something like that.
Now, what if, okay, so you're into the show 6 episodes, right? And there are 4 more fucking seasons of the show because you're gonna watch this entire new show that's been out for a few years, right? And 6 episodes in, he's like, I'm really not into this. Mm-hmm.
Then I continue on my own. Then I think that's when communication comes in and be like, listen, I do like this show. Yeah. And if you're not here with me, I can get through it a lot faster.
There's been a lot of shows where Chauncey will like the show. And I can't stand.
And you're like checked out.
I can't stand lazy writing.
But you don't care if she continued to watch it,
No.
right?
So I'll grab my phone and I'll put in a headphone and I'll watch TikTok and go, no, just continue watching. It's fine. Yeah. I don't care what happens.
So it doesn't bother.
Every once in a while, I'll look up and see what's going on. I'm like, it's still fucking done.
But you're kind of checked out of it. Like, you're not so into it. I'm done.
Yeah, there's been a few shows like that. Where it could be the
opposite effect of, like, she's so into it that she needs the next... It's almost like her situation is, like, she's really into the show, wants to see what happens, can't go on her own because they're watching it together. Right. So, again, communication, just like in all rom-coms, it could be solved with communication.
Yeah, there's another series we were watching a while back called The Expanse. Fucking unbelievable fucking TV series. It's all sci-fi.
Yeah, so you were into it and she wasn't.
And it was like a really well-written sci-fi. Like, it was one of the books I was fucking reading. It was that fucking good, right? And she went into it for about half an episode and she went straight to TikTok. Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm going to watch it on my fucking own.
Then you can watch it.
So then I watch it, whenever here and there, whenever I have a free moment, I'll turn it on. I know she's not into it. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but but establishing that out, like, all you need is to communicate that.
Yeah. Did you still want to watch this next episode?
Do you want to watch this?
Yeah, so it's whatever.
Or do you not? I remember when Squid Game came out and Troy was working nights and he was like, do you want to watch it with me? Because I can watch it at work. And I'm like, no, go for it. Like, and I still haven't seen it, but also, like, I wasn't, like, I feel like we either had to start it together or if he's 2 episodes in, I don't even want to try now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the thing, too, is, like, we either have to start it from the beginning and, like, finish it out. And if you don't want to finish it out, that's fine, but I like to start together. Yeah. Right?
Like when we watched Game of Thrones, I watched the first episode, and she's like, okay, that's fine. We'll try watching it. And I'm like, well, she's like, you already saw the first episode. I don't want to watch it.
I get that.
I'm like, no, I'll just start it over again. I'm fine with it.
And rewatch
I'm like,
the first one.
I won't say a word during the entire first episode. Yeah. So I rewatched it all with her.
Yeah.
Just one episode. Out of 6 seasons, it was fine.
I was going to say, that's the most, I think if you're willing to do that, and you're only 1 in, all day.
Well, because it's a good show.
Maybe even 1 season.
Yeah, if I'm like, no, I don't want to watch it again, it's probably not that great of a show anyway.
Yeah, where you don't want to rewatch it.
If I'll watch the first 1 or 2 episodes, or even a whole fucking season,
plus,
that's probably a good show.
Maybe you'll see something you didn't see the first time. Yeah. Or you'll catch another thing, or... Because that seems like an intricate show where there might be other stuff. Did you see the coffee cup? That's all I remember from Game of Thrones.
Oh, that was intentional.
That was intentional.
That was intentional as fuck.
Was the cup...
Get people to talk about it. And it did. It worked.
Like,
it worked great. It worked excellent.
I don't even watch the show and I know about the cup.
Yeah.
So it obviously works.
Yeah, it worked.
So they said not the asshole. I don't know. I don't think you're an asshole. You have to get your work done.
Yeah, I don't think he's the asshole.
You have to feed the baby.
Again, it's circumstance, right? We don't know for a fact that he had to work.
Yeah.
Or he was just going
saying
back to work to get out of the show.
But if you don't want to watch the show, tell her that because she can watch it while she's feeding the baby or whatever and has that free time.
Exactly.
So then she can watch it in her free time.
She doesn't have to wait for him.
Exactly.
While he's off at work.
Yep.
On his trip,
That's probably
she can watch it the whole time.
If she just wants to, if she's up for midnight feeding and wants to check in on what's going on her show, it's like, but that has to be established. If Trey started watching it with me and then continued without telling me, I would be upset. I would feel hurt.
That's a different story. Yeah, that's an entirely different story. Like Andor, we love that fucking TV series. It's on Disney Plus. They're gonna come out with a new season of it, and I will wholeheartedly watch that with her because she likes that. And
but how heartbroken would she be if you watched it? If you binged it the whole day?
She'd probably be over it, and I don't want to watch it anymore.
Me too.
Because it's not fucking cool.
It's not fun. Well, it's not the same.
It's not cool. You're not watching it together.
It's fun to see it. Exactly. Like, when a shocking thing happens, you both go,
yeah.
Because you didn't know it was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
When the other person knows.
Get all excited and yell and freaking scream at the
and
TV
isn't it,
together.
honestly, like, this always drives me, it always drives me crazy when people, like, are watching you to watch your reaction to a thing. Right? So
because they've already seen it?
Because they've seen it and they love it so much. Like, watch. And then, like, you're like this, and they're like this. And you're like, yeah, like, it's always that awkward. The experience together is so much better. Personally. All right, let's go to our next story.
This one is, am I the asshole for ruining Valentine's Day but not wanting to watch a romantic comedy?
Yes, you are. You jerk. You jerk. Just watch the movie.
You're a jerk.
I'll preface this by saying, my significant other, 25 female, and I am 25 male, and I had an excellent to start Valentine's Day. We both got home from work around the same time. I had a bouquet of flowers and a bottle of wine waiting for her. I cleaned up the kitchen/dining room very nicely and picked her favorite ingredients for one of her favorite meals, chicken tacos. Shout out to tacos.
Sure. I mean, who doesn't love fucking tacos?
Everyone loves tacos.
You find me somebody that doesn't like tacos and they're not welcome at my house.
I know, you can't come over.
You can't come ever.
Ever. We can't hang out.
Yeah, we can't ever hang out.
Am I the asshole for not liking tacos?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm vegan. I can make you a vegan taco, I can vegan up a taco for you, no problem.
It'll still taste like a taco.
It'll still taste like a taco.
So he made chicken tacos for her. Good on you.
Sweet.
And cooked dinner for her. She also surprised me.
Isn't that cooking dinner?
Well, yeah, but I'm just reading it.
Sure.
But he was saying he picked the ingredients for the favorite meals and then cooked the dinner.
Got it. I get it now.
Meaning he did the shopping, which is also a big thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's an extra plus.
Sure.
Okay, we're off to a good start.
Sure. Sounds like a great Valentine's Day.
She also surprised me.
Or just a great dinner day.
Just a dinner day.
Yeah.
With a beautiful box full of my favorite snacks, a pair of boxers with her face printed all over them. I've seen that. They're cute.
That's funny.
They're my going out to the bar with boys boxers. It was adorable. We had an excellent dinner and a nice wine buzz. Next, we canceled drinking plans with some friends of ours and decided just to watch movies in bed all night together and spend some quality time together, if you know what I mean. Quotations.
Netflix and chill. Okay.
Netflix and chill.
Okay.
So we were choosing a movie. I suggested a few, and she suggested a few, and we haven't come to a compromise yet. At this point, she turns over pouting and calls me an asshole for not wanting to watch a romantic comedy because it's Valentine's Day. I hate rom-coms, and she knows that, and at this point, I'm thinking we're going to bounce movie ideas off each other until we agree on something that we always do. Then she turns over and refuses to speak to me. I'm going to pause for a second because, I feel like if there was one day to watch that romantic comedy, it would be on Valentine's Day. But he also did a lot of other things that, really show how much he cares. But I will suggest it, even though I know it's not going to be a yes.
Yeah.
I'll throw in there, do you want to watch The Notebook? And, no. Okay, fine. But, also, I don't know. If that would be the one day to watch it, I guess.
I suppose.
Also, if your plan...
You're right. No. I see where you're going with this.
You see where I'm going with it.
What the fuck is wrong with it, dude?
Your plan is this.
No, your plan has failed the second you said fucking no.
Yeah, what's more important at this point now?
I don't know, man. You had a goal set in mind, and you did this. Well... So she went, well...
That's what I mean. Like, what's more important to you at this point?
100%
The movie or the after movie?
Yeah, suck up the fucking movie, homie.
Get over it. So, okay, so she turns over because she's upset. And she refuses to speak to me. I suggest a few more movies, make a few lighthearted jokes, try to brush her hair affectionately, no response. At this point, I say, okay, then I'll choose. So I put on the cheesiest action film I can find in hopes to arouse her sense of humor. Then she leaves the room and proceeds to text me saying that we should break up because I make all the rules and don't care about her feelings.
Okay.
First of all, they're 25.
Overreaction right there much?
First of all, they're 25.
I bet you money they're ones that were like, we break up, we get back together. We break up, we get back together. We break up, we get back together.
Sure.
Fucking.
I used to do that shit all the time when I was a kid. We'd break, like, it's not a breakup unless you broke up 4 times before. Like,
right. But that's in high school, though.
Yeah. But that's how you learn your lesson.
Yes.
You learn.
But when you do it as an adult.
It's different. I don't know.
I know adults that do that shit.
I don't know how my adult life would be like. I don't know in that way. Anyway.
Sorry.
If he wanted to get laid, he should have put on the movie that she wanted to watch. That's literally the answer.
Yeah, that would have solved the entire scenario.
Okay,
the fact that she wants to break up with him because of it is
kind of extreme.
That's a bit fucking much.
I know.
Dude, come on.
That's a little extreme over like a movie.
Yeah, I can understand not talking for the night, but
or like break up with him if he didn't do anything else, right? Say he didn't make your favorite food and clean up, and
so he was just expecting to get laid that night, and that was because it's Valentine's Day. Then I think that's a red flag, like a motherfucker.
It's a red flag. If you didn't put any effort in, yeah, cool, break up with him. But
Done
he
deal.
did put in effort. Okay, let's see how it plays out.
Okay.
It says now. This is the last little bit. It is now the following day, and she's still talking about breaking up, and I'm completely taken aback. I care a lot / love this girl, and I'm going out of my way to be sensitive and understanding and responsive boyfriend to her, and breaking up is never a thought that crossed my mind. I'm extremely confused right now, and I need outside advice. Am I the asshole here? If so, I am absolutely willing to do anything I can to fix the problem, but I'm going crazy over here. Please help. So the consensus is everyone sucks.
This is true.
That's the thing.
I think they should both run for the hills.
Like this commenter says, 1, she's a little nuts. 2, you have a long history of doing what's best for her at your disheartenment, and she's letting it slide without saying anything, and this was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Well, yeah. I mean,
to an extent. I mean, like it's a movie, okay? Yeah, everyone sucks because it shouldn't have turned into this. He should have watched the movie she wanted to watch because it was Valentine's Day. Dude, you want to get laid? Put her in a good mood. Like, hello, Valentine's Day. Yeah. Anyway,
is an action flick really gonna do it?
No, the cheesiest one, too.
Yeah.
Like you.
Even if it was not the cheesiest one, you put the best fucking action flick on this planet on. What? How?
I feel like maybe it wouldn't have worked because I'm not these people, but maybe if he put on that first initial movie she wanted to watch, she might have come around. I don't know why that didn't change his, why he didn't think that.
He caved in, yeah.
Why not cave in eventually? Because it seems that they're both very stubborn here.
Yeah.
But let me throw this out here. The fact that she's wanting to break up from such a small, insignificant thing. Either there's a big buildup here that needs to be discussed, or it's just not right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big. Yeah, or is she looking for an out? Or is she looking for an out?
That's what I'm saying. Were there things in the past that got her fucking upset, and then all of a sudden this was her last straw?
Yeah,
this was his last straw. What was if it was her last straw and it gave her, like you said?
But like he said, he had no idea of thinking about of it.
Of what?
So, of thinking about breaking up, like that didn't.
Yeah, but
cross
a lot
his
of the times, the other party is oblivious if they're not involved all the time.
All right, here's something that OP said. He said, "I can honestly say, and with certainty and without bias, that she was having an excellent night up until that exact point of the breakdown. She went out of her way to surprise me, put on some very exciting lingerie in the morning in anticipation. She wore it all day." Wow. Okay. Anyway, was sending me texts.
Sounds uncomfortable as fuck.
She was sending me very pleasant, suggestive texts all day. Neither of us could wait for our night together, and it was just something shifted at that point, and we almost had zero problems until now, and this is the most loving, reciprocal, and longest running relationship I've had up to date.
Okay, so here's the other issue I have with this whole entire fucking scenario. This whole thing seems like it was planned from A to Z. They didn't plan a fucking movie? The fuck?
Like, yo, everything's planned except for the movie.
They got the food and the drinks and the lingerie, and they were fucking sexting throughout the day, and they didn't think of, hey, let's watch this tonight.
I don't know why he was even thinking of the movie in the first place, because if all that suggested stuff was coming up,
you want to watch what? Yeah,
sure.
Blue.
Cool.
Because
15 minutes in.
I'm not even fucking thinking about the fucking film.
Because if this is a whole day, she wore lingerie all day.
She's not waiting to the end of that fucking film, dude.
No. You fucked up.
You fucked up. I wouldn't say you fucked. I think you started the fuck up. She's a little nuts about it at the end, but I think you fucked up the initial situation.
Yeah. Also, you're both 25. There's gonna be millions of times of
You'll be fine. It'll happen again.
It'll happen again. It's gonna happen many more times. Sometimes I think you just can't be the winner. You know what I mean? Like, even when it comes to movie selections, like, you just gotta suck it up and be like, yeah, fine, that's fine.
Yeah, fine. Just fucking.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But maybe she does that every single night, and she was fucking sick of it.
Maybe. We don't know.
I think that because he didn't put on the movie when she got upset. Because that would be your first thing to go to, right?
I would go, yeah. Oh, it's fine. Let's go back to the fucking movie.
Oh, I did not think this would upset you this much. I can really see that you want to watch this. Yeah. I will put this movie back on for you.
But he's stubborn about it and then throws on a shitty movie at that.
But that's the thing is, like, what's more important to you, watching that movie or spending time with your girlfriend? Like,
yeah, I don't know, man. He fucked up.
And if that's your biggest problem, like, it's not that bad.
It really isn't.
It's not.
It isn't, yeah.
If she did stuff for you, it seems a very balanced, equal relationship.
Yeah, seems that way.
It seems like everything's fine from what I can tell.
It does. Anyways, let us know what you guys think down in the comments section below. Who was the asshole? Do you have any Am I the Asshole stories that you guys could recommend for us to read on the podcast?
Yeah, do it.
That would be fun. Fun as well. And please don't forget to do all the wonderful
little things
down below. The likes, the shares, the subscribes, and everything else. Share this with your friends and family as much as you possibly can. We're trying to grow this channel and this podcast, and we need all of your guys' help in order to do that. We appreciate every single last one of you, and thank you for watching. Also, don't forget to...
I'm sorry, I was thinking how great of an outro you were doing, and then I spaced out. I was like looking at the viewfinder, I'm like, wow, he's really doing a great outro. Like, this is really good. Till it was to me and I fucked it up.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it.
I'll tell you what you do. You backhand the notification bell.
Just like Dad used to do. And until the next one, guys. See ya.
Bye. It was a great outro. It was really good.
That was awesome. You were really into it. You were like sitting there, you were like watching TV.
I was mesmerized. I was like, dang, he's hitting all the points right now. And I was watching you through there.
I appreciate you.
I forgot to chime in, but
It's all good.
It's okay.
It's all good.
Anyway.
It turned out in the end. Thanks, everybody. See ya.
Bye.